I want to go on to a bit of argy-bargy that occurred in a New York court today with the judge threatening to remove former President Donald Trump from the witness stand. This is the civil trial where Trump was found to have inflated the value of properties for financial gain in his business dealings. Here's some of how it played out in court today, thanks to Sky News UK.
Before the judge, he said, "This is a very unfair trial, very unfair. I hope the public is watching." The judge, Arthur Engeron, irritated by Trump's lengthy, indirect answers, at one point told his lawyers, "I beseech you to control him if you can. If you can't, I will. I will excuse him and draw every negative inference that I can." And there was a moment Trump pointed to the judge and said, "He called me a fraud and he didn't know anything about me. The fraud is on the court, not on me."
Incredible threats from the judge, aren't they? Anyway, the Democrats think this will all create strife for Donald Trump, but he turns each one of these court appearances into political theatre, doesn't he? And this is one of the issues I took up earlier today with our US commentator, Kristin Tate.
Right. He's really using these court cases to get more airtime, basically, and to force these networks to show what he has to say. But at this point, I don't think that any of these trumped up charges are going to make a difference in the elections. I think it's all baked in at this point, and it's all just become noise. At this point, most Americans realize that this is all political. There's really nothing there. I mean, if you want to talk about corruption, we can talk about Biden and Hunter all day long. But with these Donald Trump cases, it's all just a political witch hunt. It has become so clear. And yet the Democrats, this is their only hope at this point, because when it comes to policy, Joe Biden and his administration is failing in every way.
It's just failing politically too, though, surely, Kristin, because I've seen Democrat strategists say that all the court cases will create a lot of strife for Donald Trump ongoing, and you compare that to the trusted incumbent Joe Biden, who's beaten Donald Trump before. Yet what we're seeing unfold is the polls are all starting to turn against Joe Biden. The latest polls showing in 5 crucial swing states, Donald Trump's ahead of him.
Yeah, I've said for a while, if the election becomes a referendum on Biden, then Trump wins. If it's a referendum on Trump, then Biden wins. And right now, this election is a referendum on Biden, particularly because of what just happened with the attacks on Israel. Inflation is still really bad here. I just went to the grocery store today, and every time I go, it's just, food prices are going up and up and up still. The border is wide open, and now these migrants are entering cities that are not even border cities. Places like New York City are feeling the impact of these migrants in a very real way. I've got friends here in Houston who send their kids to public schools full of non-English speaking children of illegal immigrants. So this is what Americans are thinking about.
But perhaps they need to change the candidate as well, and we're now 1 year out from the election. What's the time framing? If they were going to switch out Joe Biden, when could he realistically be expected to say that he's not going to recontest the election, and allowing them enough time to come up with the preferred alternative candidate?
Well, of course, they would not say so right now, even if that were already the plan, because it would make him just the lamest duck of all lame ducks. So, of course, they're all going to act like he's going to be the nominee. And I expect if he is going to step down, that would happen in the spring sometime. In some ways, the later, the better for them, because then it doesn't give voters a chance to really thoroughly vet whoever the alternative candidates are.
So just to get the timing straight on that, you're talking March, April next year, right? This is our autumn.
That's what I would suspect. Yes, you're
interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Now, just when we look at the alternatives on the Republican side, and it seems they've all fallen off, as you keep telling us, it's Trump, Trump, Trump. But I want to show you how Ron DeSantis, who was, of course, the great hope for many some months ago, the Florida governor, have a look at this controversy that's building up around his height and perhaps some heels to exaggerate that height.
The internet has become obsessed with these mystery boots and the theory they might contain lifts in the heel to make Ron look taller. Shoe experts have weighed in on the weirdly long Sideshow Bob-style toe box situation that maybe is because there aren't any toes in there. Maybe because the foot is back up on a stilt in the back, like stiletto high heels inside his manly man cowboy boots. It's all speculation, of course.
This is hilarious stuff. I've got him getting around in these big boots like Elton John in Pinball Wizard or something. But have a look at this, where the accusation, the point is put directly to Ron DeSantis.
What they're trying to say with this is that in your boots, you have heels.
No.
That's
Yeah,
what they're trying to say.
those are just standard off the rack Lucchese.
How tall are you? How tall are you, Governor? How tall?
5'11".
5'11". Okay. Why don't you wear tennis shoes and dress shoes?
I do wear tennis shoes when I work out. Yeah, 100%.
You do?
Yep.
Okay. I got a gift for you. I'd love for you to wear, okay, I shop at Ferragamo, okay, and
I don't accept gifts. I can't accept it.
I totally get it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he doesn't accept the gifts, Kristin. How good is this? This is Shoegate.
This is so cringe. I had a permanent cringe on my face all day after watching that this morning. Oh, man. You know, I come from Texas, obviously, and I'll tell you, Chris, only short guys wear cowboy boots, even down here in Texas. It's something short guys do to get that little extra lift. Tall guys wear dress shoes. But look, the way DeSantis responded to that, it just wasn't strong. He should have just owned it and said, you know, yeah, I wear lifts, so what, you know? But I was thinking about it all day. Like, why are people so obsessed with this story, right? Like, we've all been talking about this in the U.S. all day. And then it hit me. It's because it speaks to insecurity, right?
Yes,
if Ron DeSantis is wearing lifts, it means he's insecure. And
Indeed.
Trump, on the other hand, he is the most confident guy in this race. So I think that's why everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, it's about insecurity and it's about authenticity as well. I'd like to someone fact check that 5'11". That's the next step in this story. Someone's got to get a tape measure on Ron DeSantis. Thanks for talking to us again, Kristin. Appreciate it.
Thank you as always, Chris.